everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas, everybody. Today's matchup features two teams eager to come away with a late season win. It's the Browns going up against the Steelers. So, with the call of this Week 16 matchup, let's hand it over to our commentators, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, at Heinz Field. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, Week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Guyton. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for the Browns here, it's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could probably use a break, but they have to push on.
And they're really not as worried about that as maybe we think. They know they've got the entire offseason to rest. All they care about is the game in front of them and finishing strong.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention. Nothing on the scoreboard, 0-0 as the offense gets ready to take over the football.
Now let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
And on the ground they go with a running back. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
So second down, 3 yards to go now.
Let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for Devin Smith that time. And it's 3rd and short. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Second down to the offense in search of 6 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
That play never got off the ground because of the defensive front. They owned the offensive line, which allowed the linebackers to see their openings and run straight to the ball. That's why that play just never had a chance.
And he's got his man on the out route. Give him 8 yards on the play, and they pick up the first. And they talked about how important the passing game was going to be against that defensive look. Good job there going to the air for the first down.
It's all about preparation. It's all about planning. And then it's about execution. So they put it all together in practice. Okay, this is what we think we're going to see. This is how they get to it. And then when the game comes, read it and attack it.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Offense in a good spot here. 2nd and 2. Play action. They'll throw. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Holding offense.
So he got his hands a little too far outside. The ref caught him, threw the flag. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. That'll bring up 2nd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he's brought down. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
And when an offense is doing a nice job selling the play-action pass, a lot of responsibility shifts to the linebackers. They're the ones that have to determine run or pass and get to the proper places on the field.
He'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. Well, your first drive. Set to take the field here as they have the football in the final minute of this first quarter. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
Let's go.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. Oh, nice move. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. The defense came out with a look that they had prepped for all week to attack. They took advantage, got the first down.
And the key words in there, prepped for all week. They really studied them, understood their tendencies, knew what they liked to do, and prepared their game plan accordingly. And boy, the payoff was good.
Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They give him a gain of 37.
You know what's really hard for a big-time running back? Is patience. Being able to hang in there when the runs aren't there, when you're taking some hits early in the game. But this drive, oh, he's come alive, and in a big way. Now he's starting to gallop.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They go play action here on first down. His throw incomplete. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
He'll drop to throw, and that's caught by Smith. It goes for a gain of 10, and it's a first down. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And his throw is incomplete. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. They'll run it now out of the gun. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Stephon Tuitt came out of Notre Dame as another one of those really tall defensive ends, and you just wondered, would they be able to have the leverage to bend and make plays? I think he just gave us an answer with that tackle.
Drop you in at the start of this next possession in a 3-0 ball game. And now the Browns offense trots back onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. Got a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route. We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
3 yards to go on second down. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. Flushed out right. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Josh Gordon, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
And we drop you into the start of this next possession. The score, 7-0. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And he finds a man on the crossing route. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make them...
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Going to give this time to the tailback. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a good gain of 11, sets them up 1st and goal. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Here we go.
They're going to look to throw. That's caught at the 2. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. And quickly, they get to the line. They'll throw now on the... And he's going to go down. Couldn't get it. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the 2nd half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And out of bounds there on the kick.
Let's go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there. So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rolling to his right. And some room to maneuver. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Just 2 yards to go here on 2nd down for the offense.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to float this one deep right. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Devin Smith, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Browns add on to their lead. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their...
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. The open man is Smith. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down. That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
I know anytime you watch a team run the ball really well, there's some pinball effect, people bouncing off of each other. There's also some things of beauty in there when you see these nice, explosive, strong runs. And this guy, he knows how to carry the football really well and continually wants the football. Why? He knows his offensive line's going to give him great effort, and he gives great effort himself to finish off runs.
And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front, They moved him and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
We are off to the 4th quarter here on this special Christmas Day broadcast. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh, it's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. They'll set up to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. He gets 7 out of it, and he also gets a first. Red zone opportunity. And they'll go with the ground attack here. What a spin. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
It's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line. Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
They come out here in the eye. Now a handoff here to his running back. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And he takes this one in for a Brown score.
I think it's easy to say mission accomplished on that drive. The goal was to increase the
drop you into the start of this next possession. The score, 7-0. They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. 22 yards on the pickup there. And it's good enough for a Cleveland 1st down. Defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up 1st downs and keeping the football.
Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He's going to let this go deep. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Josh Gordon with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning?
Drop you into the start of this next possession. The score, 7-0. And they give this time to the tailback. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
3rd down and 3.
Here we go now.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. Calling a gain of 10, and they pick up the first. Fresh set of downs here. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. But it's caught on the right side. It's Smith. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. And now this is back-to-back weeks that he has treated us with a really solid performance.
We know he's great. We expect it. But this is pretty special what we're watching here. We're watching a guy in total command of every situation, throwing the ball well, guiding his team, moving them. This is a whole lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, it was fun last week. Sometimes it feels like we're at all these games. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
Well, I'd say that run's pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, this offensive line has controlled the line of scrimmage, giving them time to throw it, run it, do whatever they wanted. That's why there are points up on the board. And right now, the psyche of the offense, we're in control, and we can do whatever we...
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And they'll run it here. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They come out here in the I. And they'll go on the ground. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is, because let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
So for the Browns, it's another win for them, and you wonder if they want a redo on that one loss as they sit now at 14-1. And they'll return home next week to take on the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they'll be guaranteed a finish of no better than 500 as they drop to 7-8. And they will be at home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from Heinz Field.